Hi, I'm Mahal, also known as Mahal Makes. I'm starting a YouTube channel and I don't really have any content ideas in mind. Well, I do, but I want to start the channel first. So for the first video ever, we're gonna work on setting up my channel. Okay, I tried filming this next segment of our video on my rear facing camera, and I couldn't get the angle right. It is what it is. So we're doing front facing camera. Yay, I can see myself now. It makes me 10 times more self-conscious, but it is what it is. So I created a little list of things we need to do. Of course, it's all backwards. I'll read it off to you. So 1, create a banner image. I'm gonna take you guys along for that. This will probably be like the longest, most time-consuming part of making the channel really nice. Have a new profile picture for the channel because it's just like my regular old YouTube account, and then change my username and handle on there so that it's easy to find me, since I want it to be like the same as my Instagram name, maybe, hopefully, if it doesn't get taken. And then link my Instagram, maybe my Depop and Mercari like in the future, but I'm not like really selling stuff on there, so that'll be in the future. And then create a video watermark. That'll be really easy since I'm just gonna use my logo for when I used to vend for K-pop cup sleeve events. Welcome to the layer, aka the floor. We're at my desk. I'm not wearing my glasses right now because there's too much light happening in front of me and my glasses aren't like anti-reflective, so it's hard to see. Eventually I will make my background really nice and pretty, but right now it's kind of stinky poo-poo, but we'll work on that another time. Anyways, I made these little letters. I'm gonna make more of them because the plan is to like have these pictured on grass, or I'm gonna like Photoshop them onto the background of grass, and it's like Mahal Makes. Do you see the vision? I see the vision. I'm gonna make you see the vision. But yeah, first step is to like make all of these letters, and then like, you know, once I'm done making all these letters and photographing them, I do want to put them on like this jacket that is like my repair slash like patch jacket. I've been putting like all my K-pop stuff on it. Wait, let me get it out for you. Okay, I have the jacket. It's actually really oversized on me. It's a size medium 38-40 from Dickies. I got this from my Buy Nothing group. When I first got it, it smelled really disgusting, but I had to patch it up before I washed it or else it would like fall apart. So let's see. There's a patch here. I did like Sashiko embroidery. I was like really obsessed with it for like a hot minute, and I had like a lot of embroidery threads, so I added this patch here. I patched it up here, and then there's another tiny patch here, and then there's like these big patches that I took from other denim projects or black denim projects, and then like I sewed it onto here, and then I did like the decorative embroidery on here. And I was thinking maybe I could put the letters on here, so it says my Instagram username on it. I think that would be really fun. Okay, but that's a little side tangent. We'll get to actually making stuff. Oh, what did I get there? Oh, okay, nice. No 5-star. Maybe tomorrow. But we're closer to our goal of getting Caleb. Maybe I can R1 him. We'll see. Anyways, now that that's done, let's bring out all the little thingies. I have all the letters. See? I think the hardest one to make... Oh, I'll post the creators YouTube playlist down below that I use the pattern from. They're called Goma Knits. I originally was going to use Tom Daly's pattern for the lettering, but I couldn't figure out how to do the M. And in his book, I couldn't, like, there weren't visuals, so it was hard for me to, like, visualize it. Because there's, like, this part where you, like, make the M, or you make the hump of the M, assuming it's, like, in lowercase. But I couldn't figure that out, and there aren't any visuals included for the instructions in the book. I mean, it's a pretty hefty book itself, but I just couldn't figure it out for the life of me, so I just, like, searched around online, and then I found these ones that I could make. Here's all of the letters. I do have to weave in the ends and then, like, block them so that they look pretty and not floppy. I'll probably iron it down. We'll see. The S was probably the easiest to make, and it looks really clean too. I'm really happy with how the S turned out. The A's are probably, like, the ones I'm least happy with, but I can just block it easily and it'll be okay. And something that I've been working through a lot with my crochet and knit stuff is, like, accepting that it's not gonna be perfect and that things are going to get perfect over time as I keep on working at it. And in a way, it's really frustrating sometimes because it's like, oh, I just want to make it perfect immediately, but, you know, everything's a learning curve. So, yeah. Let's do a comparison of each of the A's. Like, this one's more messed up than this one, or, like, the leg on this side is longer. And then this one is also, I think this is the first one I made. You can see how there's, like, that inconsistency there, whereas in here and in here it's connected. So this was probably the one I made at, like, 2 a.m. last night. progress that I've been doing for my project for my channel. So here's my banner. I got pictures of all the crochet layers. What else did I do? And then I color graded it. Let's see. I changed the hue of it so it's like more color accurate to like what you would see in real life. Because when I was like taking pictures of them, I thought it was like looking good. But then when I like transferred all of my pictures to Procreate, it looked like a little more cold, so I had to make it more warm. And then for each of the letters here, I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. Maybe I'll do a screen recording or have it show on the screen instead of my face. We'll see when we get there. I did a lot of little sketches. Oh yeah, I bought Procreate. This is my first time using Procreate, by the way. So that I think I did a good job being like one of my first like art project things. And then I used like one of the dried ink pet brushes on here. And then I did little highlights around each of my letters for my username so that like you can't see the outline of like the background, because I used my table and you can still see the wood grain around it for each of the like eraser marks. So I did that. And then I also wrote knitting, crocheting, and sewing, but like I don't think I'm gonna limit myself to that. I'm just gonna like have this channel be like my little fun space, maker space. So it's not gonna be limited to those 3 things, but it will definitely center on those things. And then I drew some stars and flowers and hearts because like those are things that bring me joy. So yeah. I think I actually edited it. Like the one that I want to use is on Canva. Let me show you guys. Here it is. You'll probably see it on my channel banner when you see it. It has like the paper background because I really like that. Because like most of my projects are pretty much like using mostly secondhand stuff. Yeah. And then for my little channel icon, I know for like my profile picture, I want to use my face, ? I still haven't figured out that part, but I used, I took a picture of like one of my old signs that I used for when I used to vend at like K-pop cup sleeve events. I took a picture of that. This is all like a paper banner that I made using poster board and then like just cutting stuff out, doing it by vibes. I think it looks pretty nice. But to make it like nice for my profile picture icon, I needed to add like I needed to color over some of like the skid marks on here. I think like here there was like a skid mark there. Then like there's some other stuff, like I think on the flower as well. I had to color that and then like cover up like the black marks from like transport and all of that. But I'm very happy with it. I also like, oh shoot, I also did some like I also changed the coloring around here a little bit so it like is more accurate to photo stuff, or like to what you would see in real life. Because this paper banner does exist. Let me go and get it actually. Okay, here's the banner. It's really big, but yes, I made this by hand with $20 in a dream when I was first starting to do like tabling at like K-pop cup sleeve events. I realized like a lot of people have like these fancy tablecloths with their like images and names on it, but I knew like if I wasn't gonna sell a lot, I wanted something a little bit more like low investment type. So I made this. I'm still proud of this, honestly. It's still something that I like, and I would use in the future if I am like vending again. I don't see myself doing that anytime soon, but like this is like the original thing that I did. I think it's very cute. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It brings me joy. But yeah, you can see like the black marks here along the flower, and like this glue mark. So yeah, I just like not Photoshop, I just colored it in on Procreate to make the icon look like more nice, more perfect, whatever that is. But then also keeping that element of like crafty DIY style on there. So yeah, there's that. The actual, now I have to like actually make the channel and then edit all these videos. I think the last clip that you'll see at the end of this video is probably like me being like, yeah, I did it! Hello. Post-editing Mahal is here. And I'm happy to say that I've done almost all of my edits, and I'm just gonna add in this last clip at the very end. But I'm very pleased to announce that I'm finished for the most part. Yay! The only thing that I did not end up adding to like, or it did not end up checking off my list in the original checklist, was adding a banner image. I didn't know that there was like a certain size for that. So it's like what, 150 pixels by 150 pixels. My image that I used on Procreate is actually way too large for that. And I've noticed that a lot of creators that I personally like, they don't have not banner images, icon images, I mean. And so I was like, okay, maybe I don't really need that. And that makes things a lot easier for me in the end. But if I ever do so decide to, I have one that I can like just make smaller and then it'll be done. Other than that, I just need to link my Instagram. But yay! First video done! Welcome! Welcome to my world! Hello world! Yeah. I hope to see you in the next one. I don't know when that will be. It'll be whenever. But bye bye!